What if the biggest lever for protecting your brain as you age isn't what you eat, but when you stop eating? Stay with me, because new research is turning that question into something researchers are taking seriously, and the timing is almost hilariously simple. Here's what happened. Scientists ran a trial with 47 women between the ages of 50 and 79, all of them living with overweight or obesity. Every single one of them cut 500 calories a day for 6 months. But here's the twist. Half of them were told to eat all their meals within a 9-hour window, typically between 10 in the morning and 6 at night. The other half ate the same number of calories, just spread out over about 12 hours, the way most of us naturally eat. 6 months later, both groups had lost almost identical amounts of weight, about 7 kilograms, or 15 pounds. Same calories cut, same weight lost. If this were just about weight loss, the story would end right here. But it doesn't. When researchers tested cognitive function, memory, spatial planning, problem solving, the group that confined their eating to that 9-hour window performed noticeably better. They were sharper at spatial planning and problem solving tasks. They made fewer memory and learning errors. The gains weren't dramatic across every single test. Some reaction time and multitasking scores came out the same, but the pattern was clear enough that the lead researcher, a nutritional scientist at Rutgers University, called the eating window itself a source of additional benefits beyond weight loss alone. Why would this matter? Because dementia isn't some unstoppable force of nature. It's the leading cause of death in the UK, and it kills close to 2 million people worldwide every year. But experts estimate that nearly half of all dementia cases could be prevented or delayed through lifestyle changes. Obesity in midlife alone can raise your risk of dementia later in life by 30%. So anything that meaningfully intervenes here isn't a minor wellness tip. It's potentially one of the most powerful low-cost tools we have. And the mechanism might come down to something almost embarrassingly basic. Most people in the UK and the US eat across a 14-hour stretch of the day, which leaves only about 10 hours overnight with no food at all. Push your last bite earlier and stretch that overnight fast longer. And separate research has already linked that habit to real improvements in body weight, waist size, blood pressure, and metabolic markers. Now it looks like the brain might be along for the ride too. One nutrition expert at King's College London, who wasn't involved in the study, offered a plausible explanation. Eating earlier and avoiding large meals late at night may improve blood sugar control, support healthier blood vessels, and reduce inflammation. 3 things directly tied to how well your brain functions as you age. Now, before you overhaul your entire life around this, the researchers themselves are calling these results preliminary. The trial was small. The effects were described as modest. And outside experts are rightly saying we need the full peer-reviewed study before drawing firm conclusions. This is early evidence, not a prescription. But here's the practical takeaway that's hard to ignore. It's not just what's on your plate, it's the clock, a 9-hour eating window, stopping food at least 4 hours before bed. Those 2 habits alone might be quietly protecting your brain, your metabolism, and your future self for free, starting tonight. So here's the real question worth sitting with. If a habit this simple could help protect your mind for decades to come, would you actually be willing to try it? If this made you think differently about your next meal, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.